Hi there, in this revision video we're going to take a look at price discrimination, and the particular reference is the use of social tariffs. Now, social tariff is becoming more common in the UK and other countries. A social tariff is a discounted price for essential goods and services designed to make them more affordable for families and people on low incomes or households who are vulnerable. So typically the eligibility for a social tariff is linked to people having a specific income level or being in receipt of welfare benefits such as universal credit and pension credit. Social tariffs can be found in various markets in the UK, including broadband, mobile phone plans, energy and also water. And by making essential services more affordable, social tariffs can help address issues of fuel poverty and digital exclusion. Data poverty, for example, is the idea of people not being able to afford to have a fixed broadband service. Now, normally a monopoly can set a profit maximising price of P1, the unit cost is AC1, and they can make a high level of profit. Of course, we know that monopolies also engage in price discrimination. So for the same service, or something pretty much the same, they charge a lower price for some groups, and perhaps a higher price for others. Well, with a social tariff, they charge a lower price. Here's an example from BT Home Essentials. So if you are receiving universal credit, pension credit, job seekers allowance, so on and so forth, and if you can provide them with your national insurance number, then you can apply for a low-cost broadband and phone plan. And this is a really, really good example of a social tariff. Likewise, Yorkshire Water. Our social tariff helps low-income households paying bills over the annual average for Yorkshire Water, and customers who have this social tariff can save about £4 a week off their water bill. So the argument is that social tariffs can help address market failures, that basic goods and services are accessible to all, even when markets might exclude low-income consumers due to affordability. It's also in many ways a progressive policy. So improving affordability and access to energy, connectivity and water can have wider effects, including health, education and employment outcomes. And that can have long-term positive spillover effects for society as a whole. And there's also a kind of aspect of economic stabilisation at a macroeconomic level. So during a downturn, for example, unemployment's going up and wages are falling, people just might not be able to afford these services. So offering social tariffs to those people on receipt of welfare or unemployment benefit can help partially smooth consumption for vulnerable households, thereby supporting aggregate demand and jobs. It's important to recognise that businesses can still make profits from social tariffs. It all depends on the price they're charging for that group, dependent on the marginal cost of offering the service. So social tariffs worth adding to your revision notes. They can be justified as a targeted tool to address affordability gaps in things like broadband and water services, especially where those services are perceived to have, and this is where a value judgment comes in, strong merit good characteristics. However, social tariffs risk distorting some markets. You want to avoid those unintended consequences, and they need to be designed to ensure that they complement rather than replace broader policies such as state welfare payments. So please do have a revision note on social tariffs and add it to your revision notes on price discrimination. It's a really good example to use as application.